is the Democratic Party starting, or why is the Democratic Party starting to kowtow to the terrorist sympathizers?
Yeah, so the suggestion that somehow Democratic leaders are in any respect like these kooks who are trying to interrupt and cause chaos is, I think, a gross mischaracterization. Look, Joe Biden says he's a Zionist. Since he met Golda Meir in 1973, he has probably been as much of a friend of Israel as there has been in the U.S. Senate, in the White House, both under Obama and now currently. And I actually think he is exactly where the American public is. Couldn't have been more supportive. I think had, anybody you could think of been in the White House could not have been more supportive on the heels of October 7th. Went there twice, at some risk to himself. But I think his judgment is, looking out for the interests of the United States and Israel, that Israel has obviously lost its standing in the world community.
But is it when your friends are losing their standing in the world community because they are trying to get their hostages, some of whom are Americans, back, isn't it an ally's job to stand with your friends and say that war is a messy business? America has killed civilians in war. It happens, number one. And number two, I'm old enough to remember George W. Bush. You're either with us or you're with the terrorists. Anytime you are trying to handcuff the Israelis, which Senator Van Hollen, Senator Coons, to a certain extent, Joe Biden is trying to do, certainly Kamala Harris is trying to do by talking about a ceasefire, that is giving quarter to Hamas. Yeah. There's no other way to look at that.
I don't think we've heard a word out of Joe Biden inconsistent with the following. Hamas needs to go as the entity that A, threatens Israel, B, can rain down tens of thousands of rockets. The problem is Hamas knows once they give up those hostages, they have no leverage. So, I mean, I think this notion that somehow or other there's going to be a diplomatic resolution is crazy. I would say this, if I can, to those people in Michigan. Do they want Trump, who says a Muslim ban? No way there'll be a two-state solution. Give Netanyahu as much leeway as he wants to build settlements.
The point of the matter is that you've got Democrats now who, and I'll give you the last word, who are actively supporting things that help Hamas.
Well, again,
when you call for a ceasefire, that helps Hamas. It's that simple.
Yeah, I agree that an unconditional ceasefire allowing Hamas to stay in place is nothing that I think anybody should be supporting. I don't hear actually that from Van Hollen and them. I think what they're talking about are conditional.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think that conditional.
Oh boy. We're getting into the nuance here.
More aid in, and I think less of these 2,000-pound bombs, and some effort not to put IDF soldiers at risk, but to basically go into those tunnels and use whatever methods you can. Richard. But let's protect those tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in Rafah.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.